The ladder paradox, or barn pole paradox, is a classic thought experiment in special relativity that vividly illustrates the profound implications of length contraction and the relativity of simultaneity. It poses a seemingly contradictory scenario: a very long ladder moving at a significant fraction of the speed of light towards a barn that is, at rest, shorter than the ladder. From the perspective of an observer stationary with the barn, the ladder is the moving object. Due to length contraction, a consequence of special relativity, the ladder appears significantly shorter in the direction of its motion. To this observer, the ladder contracts enough to fit entirely within the barn for a brief moment, theoretically allowing both the front and back doors to be closed simultaneously around it. This perspective suggests the ladder can fit. Now, consider the viewpoint of an observer riding along with the ladder. In this frame of reference, the ladder is at rest, maintaining its full, uncontracted length. It is the barn that is perceived as moving towards the ladder at relativistic speed. Consequently, it is the barn that undergoes length contraction, appearing even shorter to the ladder observer. From this vantage point, the ladder, at its full length, is undeniably much longer than the contracted barn. This observer's intuitive conclusion is that it's impossible for the ladder to ever be fully contained within the barn. This clash of observations, one frame seeing a fit, the other denying it, forms the core of the paradox. The resolution lies in the fundamental principle of the relativity of simultaneity. Special relativity asserts that events considered simultaneous in one inertial frame are generally not simultaneous in another frame moving relative to the first. For the barn observer, the events of the ladder's front end entering the front door and its back end clearing the back door are perceived as simultaneous. It is this perceived simultaneity in the barn's frame that allows the barn observer to conclude the entire ladder is briefly enclosed. However, from the ladder's frame, the sequence of events unfolds differently. The ladder observer first sees the front of the ladder pass through the barn's front door. Due to the relative motion, the information about the back of the ladder entering the barn's back door has not yet reached the ladder observer at the same instant the front entered. In the ladder's frame, the front of the ladder will have already exited the barn before its rear has fully entered. Therefore, from the ladder's perspective, there is never a single moment where the entire ladder is simultaneously contained within the barn. The events that were simultaneous for the barn observer are distinctly separated in time for the ladder observer. The ladder paradox is not a true contradiction, but a powerful illustration of special relativity's counterintuitive consequences. It demonstrates that concepts like length and simultaneity are not absolute, but are relative to the observer's frame of reference, fundamentally altering our classical understanding of space and time.